Hello guys, this is Reese from Bommarito St. Peter's Volkswagen in St. Louis. Today I'm bringing you a 2020 Volkswagen Passat SEL. This particular one is Tourmaline blue on the exterior with a black leather interior. Features alloy wheels, LED taillights, LED headlights, LED running lights, chrome exhaust tips, chrome accents around the window sills. Let's take a look inside. There's keyless entry on the front two doors. Also features 3-seat memory, lumbar support, your forward and back button, as well as your seat back there. Here's a look at that heated leather seat. Nice looking seat there. Little different tailored design on these than previous Passats. Here's a look at your instrument cluster. It's been redesigned for 2020. It's more like the Jetta with the red accents behind the dial. Still you have a tachometer here, you have your speedometer over here, fuel gauge inside of that, and a temperature gauge inside of this one, and a center LCD screen here that's customizable using this series of buttons here, these two silver tabs here, and these two up and down arrows right here. So you can do that with that. Automatic headlights, go ahead and turn those on. They'll kick on here fairly quick. There's a wood grain interior across this. Nice wood grain interior, kind of similar to what the Arteon has now. Into the door, actually into the rear doors as well. So it's a wood grain finish on the inside. Also stolen from the Arteon design is this linear setup for the vents. Straight horizontal lines across through the dash, through the hazard button, across to the other side. Nice flat dash up here. So it's nice and smooth. There's no rise in it or anything that kind of blocks you. Doesn't hide the hood. The hood line is right there, so the front end is not very tall or anything like that, so it slopes downward, so it's not really impeding your view. For the steering wheel, it's a flat bottom leather wrap steering wheel as usual. Volkswagen's still using the cruise control setup right here. So this will have adaptive cruise control, lane assist, blind spot monitoring, you name it, it's got pretty much everything. So with the adaptive cruise control, I can set things, set following distance, as well as it'll actually adapt to the car in front, hence the name adaptive cruise control. So for that following distance, I just push this little button right here, and that's going to change my following distance or following interval. And then I can also change the speed for the cruise control by just touching and holding this little plus button right here. So I set that to 70. Nice little setup there. Speedometer goes to 160. I'm not going to try that. You can try that on your own if you want, but I'm out. Turn signal, everything's still the same there. This is a lot of the old Passat. This is more of a super refresh on the car. They're using the same platform as before. The Volkswagen logo in the center. Piano black treatments there. Volume controls right here. Google and Siri functionality are right here. And here's your song and preset skip right here. You do have an MIB2 radio still. They did add a little bit of chrome accent along the radio screen here. On these little buttons here, it's kind of hard to see that one there. But these little breaks in between radio, phone, media, voice, there's a little chrome accent there. That's new to the Passat. Navigation is right here. SD card reader for that navigation is right there as well. So you've got that there. There is, looks like a possibly, nope, there's only one SD card reader there. CD player, there is no CD player anymore, so it looks like that's been deleted. So when you go to media, you have source, you have USB, Bluetooth audio, and a navigation disc. So there is no CD player now. It's just AM, FM, and satellite. You do have heated seats as well for both the passenger and the front, the driver's seat. Dual zone climate zone up front, so you can adjust temperature and the sort here. You can also have it where one side heats, one side cools, or you can sync it up where both sides match. That USB port is right here, so it's a little easier to get to. There's no trap door here, but you also have a 12-volt charger port right there, and then your push button start right there. This car does also have park assist, so this car will park itself. Pairing parallel parking and perpendicular parking are features that it'll do there, and also straight on parking. And then Park Pilot is basically your park sensors at the front and the rear of the car. The key fob is going to be the same. I'll get to that in a second. I grabbed the wrong key fob, so I'll have to dig it out of my pocket, but I'm going to go on with the video. Oh, here we go. Here's a look at the key fob. Same old Passat key fob here as they've had before. It does have remote start. There's a lock and unlock button, also the trunk button and the remote start button there as well. It still functions the same. It's basically remote start 1.0, where the engine will stall, or will stop when you open the door to get into the car, and you'll have to restart the car that way. On 2.0 in the Tiguan's and Atlases and Jettas, the car stays running and you just push the button and to unlock everything on the car. Vanity mirrors still have the light above. It's an incandescent bulb, so it gives you that more of a yellow light. Also, the sunglass storage is right here, right above, and the same sun roof knob that you've had in the past is right there with a manual sunshade, and you can turn the knob and that sunroof goes back and retracts into the roof. And as before, there is also an override where you can make that go all the way back in. Pop-up windscreen right there, so you have that as well. I'm really impressed with this seat though. It looks like it makes the seat maybe a little more comfortable with this tailored design here. The lines going this way instead of across. Seat belt adjusted is the same. Armrest, it's a leather stitched armrest.